Hey folks, Ash from Droning On Live, and some interesting breaking news today from SUAS News, our friends over there, that Fat Shark, one of the main leaders for the last few years in FPV headsets, has just been bought. Now they've been bought by a company called Red Cat. Now Red Cat, this is where it gets rather interestingly, own Rotor Riot. And Rotor Riot are a big community in the FPV space. They produced videos for a long time. They were owned by the same company that created Flight Test as well, a company that many of you will know about, or an online drone community. And Flight Test was more about fixed wing. Rotor Riot was all about FPV. Now Rotor Riot was founded, I believe, by Chad Kappa, and Chad Kappa is actually he's I think the CFO for Red Cat as well. Now the very interesting aspect here as well is that Rotor Riot have been very big endorsers and marketeers for the DJI FPV digital system. The conflict here is that Fat Shark have their own HD digital system. They had one called Bite Frost, and now I think it's Frostbite, which is the release version of it basically. So this is a real dilemma, a bit of a conflict of interest, I think, in many respects. It will be very interesting to see now whether Rotor Riot will keep endorsing DJI, or whether they may now move away from that idea and instead focus on endorsing Fat Shark's own HD digital system, which would be a real shame because the industry really needs balance. And you could argue that DJI offsets that balance wherever they go because they are good at what they do. And I have to say, some of the biggest names in FPV have moved over to DJI's system like that because it is so good. It is expensive, however, but these digital systems are. I believe Fat Shark's is about half the price of DJI's, but it's been in development for a long time. People are getting restless and very impatient, and I think that's why DJI have been able to advance as quickly as they have in this market, because there really wasn't anybody else. This acquisition makes it very interesting. Chad Kappa is still the CFO for Red Cat. The revenue is looking very good for Fat Shark. It's a good acquisition, no doubt. And Red Cat have made very clear that they have a future roadmap of further acquisitions. So who they might buy next is anybody's guess. You never know, we might see DJI making moves to acquire Red Cat eventually. Although DJI don't seem to be really going down the acquisition path. But certainly very interesting news today. This will really shake up the headset market. Fat Shark, as I say, I've got a set of Fat Shark HDs, HD3s. They're absolutely brilliant, but they're analog. And DJI's system is so much better at the moment. It's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. But anyway, I've put a link in the video description below. If you enjoyed this kind of breaking news, hit that subscribe button down there somewhere and give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you just don't really have a clue what I'm talking about. Thanks very much for watching.